Yo, I earnestly believed that Zap was going to be my favorite character of this series for the entirety of the series, based on his powers, the way he uses his powers, his mannerisms, his overall persona. I dig massively. However, episode 3 of Blockade Battlefront Kekkai Sensen came out today. And now I have a massive change of heart. This episode establishes Klaus, the leader of Libra, as a straight up badass, a man's man. Has a strong head on his shoulders, to the nth degree. And I'm sitting here like, I can't remember the last time I got so hyped watching a board game in an anime between two dudes, or two entities. Because fucking Don isn't a damn dude. What the fuck is that? Like, he has like 15 brains. I'm like, before I get to that, because I know if I talk about it, I'm going to get mad hyped. Let me talk about the other stuff first, alright? For the most part, animation is, as always, not for the most part sharp, with the exception of the main game between Don and Klaus. That was pretty sharp, pretty vibrant. Especially the environment. But for the most part, dynamic, fast-paced. So that goes to the pacing. Because pacing and animation kind of work together sometimes. There are exceptions, obviously. But the pacing is, as usual, fast. It starts off extraordinarily fast. I mean, we're talking about... It starts off with Leonardo talking to White, and then takes a picture of her. I can see in the picture. And then they've gone from there to Leonardo in his apartment. And like half his wall is already taken out. He has to vacate because his apartment is not going to be a part of this giant... rich hotel complex. He has to leave in 40 seconds and has to pack his stuff. Then he has to stay at the library headquarters. And when he does stay at library headquarters, he gets pretty much like assaulted by Zap, who gets assaulted by Chain. And it's like it's a whole, no pun intended, it's a whole chain of events that leads to this whole angel scale drug, which apparently enhances human physiology to where they can become faster, stronger, and increase senses and that kind of stuff. And it winds up kind of mutating human beings in the process. And they're trying to crack down on this, but they can't crack down on it because they have no intel. And pretty much, it goes from there to Prosfair. And it's a huge, abrupt jump from Angel Scale trying to crack down on this drug to the whole Prosfair game. So, it kind of throws you off a little bit. So, the pacing is extraordinarily fast as usual. However, the pacing does slow down for the main Prosfair game between Klaus and the Don. So that's kind of important to note because that means that the pacing, yes, it's normally fast, but obviously it can be slowed down for important scenes and events. When it comes to characters, you have huge character. Well, I can't say huge, but it was still fucking epic. You can't deny it. It was epic. You have characterization for Klaus. You have character introduction of Kekkai. She's 1K away from... No. We can't have that shit fly. Nah. Can't have that shit fly. But you have Kekkai. Then you have Don, who is a bigwig in the Alter world, Alter realm, whatever it's called. And then you have this guy called Ulichenko. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering his name. But Ulichenko is one of like the top dudes, I guess, in Russia. He's one of the Russian bigwigs. And he just happened to be there because he wanted fucking nuclear powers for Russia. And so let me go on to the damn fucking Prosfair game. Because Prosfair quickly became Pros Unfair. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? This Don dude. So, the minigame, not the minigame, the sub-game between Don and Ulichenko goes down. And Ulichenko is well renowned for being pretty good in Prosfair among humans. And we find out that in the middle of their game, number one, I don't know if it's the stress of the actual game itself, but the temperature rises in the area. And that obviously is not a good thing for human beings there, because human beings can't really handle changes in temperature to that degree, wherein which they're actually engaging in a very stressful game like that. And that was number one, very unfair. So climate control, either it's due to stress on their own part, or the Don's actually manipulating the climate in the area. I don't know. Number two, this dude has fucking like 18, 19 brains. And it's bullshit, man. Like, when the wind started to blow, you see his backside. It's nothing but fucking brains, man. He has, like, green brains. He has red brains. There's one giant purple mother brain. I'm like, what the fuck, man? He's been doing this shit for 1,200 years. How unfair. It was bullshit. Okay? It was bullshit. But it gets worse. So, once Ulachenko loses, alright? He had 2 minutes left, so he was playing for 10 hours straight. And let me just say this. 10 hours. I'm sorry. 10 hours. I don't know what the fuck that happened. 10 hours straight of playing nothing but Prosfair was not only attaining nuclear powers for Russia, but also it was to kill Klaus and Kekkai who were there. Because he didn't want any witnesses. That was 10 hours. When Klaus plays, this motherfucker Don starts at 99 hours of nothing but Prosfair. I'm like, that is utter bullshit. He wanted nukes. He wanted nuclear armaments and arsenals. And he wanted overall nuclear power to be the staple of Russian energy. Making them the #1 power in the world. And apparently this Don dude could have given them nuclear power. So this guy is extraordinarily powerful in and of itself. Because he's one of the top guys in the Ultra world. In comes Klaus. And Klaus, just a straight up G, man. Man. This guy has huge chest hair. I'm like, fuck. Yo. Like, this dude Klaus, right? He's like, alright, fine, listen, man. Don't kill Lutsenko, alright? I want intel on Angel Scale. That's all I want. And the Don guy's, okay, fine, yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, you're going to great lengths to actually get the intel, because if you lose, you're going to die. And he keeps on calling him, like, friend. So, it's amazing how you have someone like Klaus who can still call Don old friend, despite the fact that every time he plays the Don can take his life on the fucking spot. So how that friendship works, I can see it, but like that doesn't jive with me. It just doesn't. It really doesn't. But either way, again, he's a man's man, so I'm not there yet. His balls, they hang down to the damn floor. Mine, they're not that long, so maybe one day in the future, who knows? Here's the thing, though. The game proceeds much longer than Ulachenko's game. And the boards start to multiply, like they're Karibo. Ulachenko had a few boards out, alright? Klaus had fucking boards. Like, you have the main board, then like 4 or 5 sub-boards around the boards. Then even more sub-boards come out. Then they got to the point where there were sphere boards. And there's fucking pieces everywhere. And I'm sitting here like, he only has 2 arms. This guy has like fucking 18. So again, another unfair thing right there. Unfair thing number 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it is. And then finally it got to the point where before the sphere boards start appearing, this dude pulls out a piece, and I'm like, no, like, you're fucking cheating, dude. Like, you're fucking clearly cheating. This thing, it wasn't even a piece. It was a fucking statue. It took up like 6 spots on the fucking board. It was a goddamn mastodon with blades, with like an armored face, with fucking skulls and shit, with fucking knuckles. It was a mastodon with fucking knuckles. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is that? How is that a fucking piece? It's like, oh, well, it's been some time since this piece has come out. My onslaught will now begin for the next 36 hours. Dude, this guy wanted fucking nukes, and you only gave him 9. Klaus, oh, he's an old friend. 30 fucking 6 hours of an onslaught from this fucking Uber Mastodon, and a total of 99 hours. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit. Fuck you, Don. Fuck you. I was like, fuck your shit. But, Klaus. Oh, fucking Klaus got me mad hype, son. That ending. There's that one fucking piece, man. Because you have Don talking about, why would this loser, Ulachenko, just want to kill you? Like, why? And then Klaus was on the speech. He's like, humans are weak. And sometimes, because they're weak, we do unsavory things. But, old friend of mine, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck, man? Yeah! I was like, yeah! Who gives a fuck? Alright? Even if I have 1,000 stumbles, something on those lines, even if I stumble 1,000 times, I will not change who I am. Never. And you have the fucking... It was so epic. You have the fucking sunrise. You have the final piece. His eyes are getting really strained. He's bleeding from the fucking nose. He's been playing for 99 hours straight of this intense game. You have the Beethoven Ninth Symphony going on in the background and shit. I'm like, yeah. And he just slams that piece down. Like, what up, son? And he gets kicked out of the fucking pocket dimension. I'm like, fuck you, man. That's right. That's right. I got hyped. Like, I really got fucking hyped, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that shit amped me the fuck up. That was epic. It was a fucking board game. And the mental strain of this intense... When you bring out a piece that can take up fucking 6 spots, when you're facing off against a dude who has like 19, 20 brains and a fucking mother brain, and you last 99 hours against this dude, in a game that has like a bajillion boards, sphere boards, well then shit. You a badass. You a badass. It ain't nothing simple. It's that simple. You a badass. Klaus is a fucking badass. That was some epic ass shit, man. Come on. Man, ain't nothing to it. The man is a straight up G. And I love it. I love it. That was epic. Alright? A true gentleman in every aspect. He even apologized for his grievances against the Don when he saved Ulachenko from death. Ulachenko, yeah, he's one of the top guys in Russia, but yeah, you're not fucking worth it, dog. And then they finally cracked down on that shit, and then boom, everything's taken care of. So the only thing that I had an issue with in the episode was the fact that they didn't dive that deep into the angel scale epidemic or drug issue, whatever you want to call it. And earnestly, I was hoping that they would have done that. I mean, maybe in the future they will, but I'm not too sure. Because you have Kekkai, she calls up all the library people like, yo, listen, we have the coordinates, we have the routes. You attack them with everything you got, and if you fuck up, I'm killing all of you. So, some strong words from Kekkai. But based on that, you can pretty much tell that Libra has taken care of most, if not all, of the angel scale facilities and drug routes. And I also remember the Don saying something along the lines of, angel scale is one of the choking points of the world, and you doing this may change the course of the world itself, which probably was the reason why he actually had 99 hours. But even still, I highly doubt that, because when you compare drugs to nuclear armaments and nuclear power, I mean, I would weigh heavily on the nuclear power being a much greater threat than drugs. But that's my personal opinion. I can't guarantee that. And then the episode ends off with something with White and Leonardo. She's staying over at his place, and then she's going through the pictures, and then there's one picture that catches her eye, which I think the picture reminds me of that one, I forgot what it was called, but it's like this weird assortment of stones in someplace in Europe, like either Ireland, Britain. I want to call it Stonehenge, I think. I think it's called Stonehenge. I'm not too sure. Either way. It's like a circle of stones like that he has a picture of that catches her attention. And then she talks about her brother, which I'm pretty sure is one of the kids that we've seen in the opening and also at the beginning of the first episode. So, that being said, the episode overall, aside from that one hiccup with the whole angel scale, assuming that there's no longer going to be any intel on that later on in the series, or any note of that angel scale later on in the series, the episode, I think, was great. Now, again, I have a huge bias because this series does kind of, like, it's meeting my expectations for the most part. Let me leave it at that. But at the same time, like, that whole Klaus thing, man, like, it really... Yeah. Alright, I'm done. So I think it was great. I'll go at least good plus to great. You know, have some leeway there. And that's it. So I will see you guys and gals later. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe as always. Give me your thoughts and have a nice damn day. Oh, he's a fucking badass, man. I'm like... Have a nice one.